Hey there, Efren. How you doing? This is Andre again. I told you I would give you a little an audit on your website to show you a couple of things, just to show you some of the things that how to communicate with Google. Okay, so here's your website right here. Okay, and I'm going to go over here to Google. I'll show you how I found you. I typed in concrete, Reno concrete contractors, correct? And you see all these other guys here. This is the map section. You weren't even showing up in this section down here, even when I click down here and all the calls. As me as a business owner, I hate the fact knowing that these guys are getting 80 to 90% of their calls, and all these guys here on page one right here are getting all the calls. Okay, so the goal, where our goal is to get you to page one so you start getting these calls. Right now, let me go down here. You're on page, I think it's 3. So yeah, here you are right here. Okay, so you're not being seen right now, Efren, and that's the reason you're not getting any calls, because you're way back here on page 3, and most people, they don't ever get past page 1, right? They stay on page 1. They usually call the first few people that are on page 1. So here, let me get right into it, Efren, so I can show you a couple things. Okay, you see these clickable links right here? All these things that are in blue that you can click on. These are called meta tag or meta titles. This is going to be a little bit of SEO jargon, search engine optimization jargon, but just stay with me and I'll explain. Remember, I talked to you about languages. You got to be able to speak Google's language so Google knows how to rank you and what to rank you for. Okay, you see, this is what people are typing in, right? This is what this keyword, this is a big keyword, Reno concrete contractors, that people are typing in. They're looking for concrete contractors, right? So right here, you want to be able to put Reno concrete contractors. You're allowed 72 characters right here. This is called, like I said, this is called a meta tag or meta title. This is one of the number one things Google looks at to know how to start ranking you. So if you were to put Reno concrete contractors right here, then put a vertical line, then your name for Concrete LLC, which is perfect. Then Google now knows how to, and also we'll put that in your description down here. Google, now you're communicating with Google in a way that it knows how to communicate with you. So this is one. Okay, so this here, by changing this to match what people are typing in, it's going to start creating some movement, and Google's going to know how to start ranking you. Next thing is, this is called H1, H2. I use a tool called Rank Daddy. This here is H1. This here is also very important. What's an H1 tag? Think of a book, okay? A book has chapters in it, right? Each chapter has a title. So think of your web page as a chapter, and it needs to have a title. But it needs to have a title that Google recognizes, some words. So right here, yours says, your concrete contractor in Reno, Nevada. It's, you want to have one line right here. This is great. However, same thing. You want to be able to match it with what people are saying. It needs to be congruent with what people are saying over here. Okay, so let me go back. So you want to put that right there. Reno concrete contractors. And down here, the H2, this has to, you can have 2, 3, or 4 lines down here. That's going to be supportive information of this. So you want these things to be some of your services you provide, 3 or 4 lines, and it helps support what you have here. Those are the 2 main things that'll help start to get your site moving forward, Efren. So just to go along with that, there's a couple of other things which I'll get into later. This here is called I use a tool over here called Deluxe. This here lets me see all your business name, address, and phone number. They all, for Google's eyes, they need to be all correct. And right now it's showing that 44% of it's missing, 56% of it's incorrect. So if you go down here, Google doesn't even have a listing found it. They don't even have a listing for your name, address, or phone number. Google Maps doesn't. So does Facebook. None of these are all business listings that you should be in. And this is another thing, how you gain trust with Google. All this, your name and address and phone number need to be exactly the same in every one of these. There's only about 35 here, and there's actually about 350 throughout the whole internet system. And once we get you on that shows Google there's trust. It knows how to get a hold of you. When people are trying to find you, Google sees that you have all the correct information here, and it now gives you trust. So I don't want to carry this on too long, Efren. I wanted to give you a basic idea, but going back playing with the numbers, I'll end it with the numbers real quick. You go back to page 1. Once we get you here to page 1, up here and on page 1 here, the phone calls start coming in. You're gonna, probably going to double to triple your phone calls, which means you're going to start to get more business. You're going to get to be able to choose the business that you want to handle. And if you can only pick up 4 or 5 or 6 jobs extra a month, we already discussed that. That's a quite a bit of money. That's $5,000 each job. 5,000 times, say, 5 jobs a month. That's $25,000 extra. If you're making half of that, that's great on your end. You know what I mean? So you're going to be able to hire more people to help you get more jobs, and you're going to be able to start scaling your business up. All right, I'm going to work with one person. I'm going to get them to page 1. Let's talk more. I'd like it to be you. I'll be giving you a call back here in about the next 20 minutes or so. You take a look at this. And these are just a few things that we do. There's more that help keep you on page 1. But with that, Efren, really good talking to you. I really appreciate your time. And my goal is said, I want to make it a win-win. A win for you, which becomes a win for me as well. But my main thing is to help you get the calls coming in and get your business growing. Okay? We'll talk to you later. Bye.